In this tutorial, I am going to do finger coils on my newly natural friend Cherie and review some Palmer's coconut formula products along with the Tangle Teezer. In my last tutorial featuring Cherie, I showed the completion of her transition by cutting the remaining relaxed ends. Now that she's 100% natural, I am working with her to establish a regimen and test out different styles that she can recreate. To begin, I shampooed her hair 2 times with the conditioning shampoo. This formula has coconut oil and vitamin E for moisture, hydrolyzed keratin and silk for strength and shine, and hydrogenated castor oil for penetration and repair. It's sulfate and paraben free and has a rich, thick lather that gently cleanses. I am going to follow with the Deep Conditioning Protein Pack as a protein treatment and hydrating conditioner. This can be used before shampooing as a treatment also, which is what I normally do, but I am focusing on Cherie's moisture-protein balance, and this treatment installs moisture with coconut oil and milk and protein with hydrolyzed silk protein and keratin amino acids for added strength and protection. This treatment can be used weekly if you are experiencing damage such as shedding or breakage, or just once a month as a balancing treatment. Now I am going to detangle with the Tangle Teezer. This tool comes in several shapes, sizes, and colors. It allows you to glide through your curls with ease and removes tangles without removing your hair. The small flexible bristles pull hair apart without snagging or damaging. If you are familiar with the Denman 9 Row brush that you see me use in lots of other tutorials, it's a lot like that in how it functions. The benefits of this tool are that it is more ergonomical than traditional brushes. It allows your hand to have an overhanded wide grip, and the compact styler is perfect for travel, or it would even be great as a first brush for a child learning to detangle their hair. However, with this tool, because you don't have the smaller grip of a handle, you do have to make sure that your hand is dry while holding the brush so that it doesn't slip out. The Tangle Teezer is manufactured in the UK and is sold at tangleteezer.com for those of you across the pond, or behindthechair.com/tangle for those of you in the US. After all of the sections of hair have been detangled, I am going to cover her hair with a plastic cap and have her sit under my hooded dryer for about 10 minutes, since this has already been in her hair for 10 minutes while I detangled. You never want to over-process treatments that contain protein. You may find that your hair becomes brittle, as protein is a building block and repair agent, not a moisturizer. After rinsing this out, I am going to coat the hair with Apogee Curlific Moisture-Rich Leave-In for a balanced blend of emollients, humectants, and essential nutrients. You should always use a leave-in of some kind, even after deep conditioning, to protect your hair in the days after styling. Next, I am applying Palmer's Curl Condition Hair Pudding to small sections of hair, then using my Denman brush to make sure it's evenly distributed. In addition to coconut oil and vitamin E, this pudding contains jojoba oil and avocado oil for added moisture. This can be used alone to define curls, or you can add gel for extra hold if you think your hair needs it. I am using one of my favorites, Agadir Argan Oil Volumizing and Sculpting Gel. The formula has 100% pure argan oil and blends well with other products. I've used this with so many other things, and it never flakes, doesn't dry hard, and is flexible in the days after. You want to make sure that you are coiling enough that the hair is wound as tightly as possible so it doesn't unravel when you release it. I am doing small sections on Cherie because I want ultimate definition and I want it to last the entire week. If you want a more voluminous appearance, try coiling larger sections so that as it dries, the hair will expand more, and when you fluff, the coil shape will be larger. After installing these all over Cherie's head, I am going to have her sit under my hooded dryer for about 10 minutes just to make sure the outer layer is set so that the hair doesn't unravel. She will then air dry these the rest of the evening and then sleep in a satin bonnet. It's the next morning and it's time to separate and fluff. To prevent frizzing, I am going to use Eden Body Works jojoba manoi oil to coat my fingers. You can use whatever oil your hair prefers, just make sure that you're twirling the sections in the direction of the coil as you pull them apart. You can always go back and separate more if you like. I am going to leave these mostly intact because over the course of the week, they will expand on their own. To add shine and seal in moisture, I am going to use the Weightless Shine Dry Oil Mist. It features 8 essential oils that will hydrate and protect the hair in the days after styling. Total time for this style, omitting the overnight dry time, was about an hour and 20 minutes. Cherie will sleep in a satin bonnet to maintain her style, and she can use a bit of water to reactivate the product and recoil pieces if needed. You can find a link to all of the products featured in the About section below this tutorial or by visiting moknowshair.com.